G'day everyone, and welcome to my movie review of the 2020 The Invisible Man. This movie review will be divided into two parts. Part 1 will be on my thoughts. Part 2 will be on spoils. So when I say spoils, I advise you to come back after seeing the movie, as I will be going heavy in the spoils. So, first, the director is Lead Randall, written Lynn Randall. Cast, main cast, Left's Most, Cecilia cast, Olivia Jackson-Cohen as Adrian Griffin, Harriet Dreyer as Evia Cast, Adias Holt as James Lano, Storm Reed as Sydney Rayner, and Michael Dorman as Tom Griffin. The plot of the film is: the film follows Cecilia, who receives the news of her abusive ex-boyfriend's suicide. She begins to rebuild her life for the best. However, when she her sense of reality to put her into question, when she begins to suspect her deceased lover is not actually dead. So, did I actually enjoy the movie? I'll be going to likes, dislikes, and disappointments. I can tell you now that this movie review will not cover any disappointment or dislikes, as it mostly will be likes. First, the director. He said, Lead Randall. Sorry if I say his name wrong. I guess everyone by now knows now. He's an Australian director who co-starred in Saw. He also directed City 3 and the other Australian movie he made, which was Upgrade, and which I never saw. I tell you now, this guy has really got the future in this style of filmmaking. I wouldn't consider this movie a horror movie. I more call it a mystery thriller. And there's so much going on in this movie. It's so good. This guy really knows what he's doing when it comes to the category of film. He's the director. He wrote the story. He knows how to do his casting of the characters in a damn good way. He knows the setups. He knows how to do tension and suspense, and knows how to do really good editing and pacing. The cast is all good. Elizabeth Moss as the leading lady actor as Cecilia. She did an amazing job. How no one believed her and how she had to convince everyone what was going on. Of course, a lot of bad things happened to her, but that will go into spoils. Olivia Jackson-Cohen, Adrian Griffin, her abusive boyfriend. We only really see him at the end of the movie, because when the visual man around, we don't know who it is. Harriet Dreyer, Emily Cast. She's your sister. When she was in the story, she actually did a good job as well. Bad thing happened to her, which will be covered in spoils. Adrian's hurt Samuel Lano, a cop, and she was spending, you know, when she gets back to her feet, she was spending his time with a cop and his daughter, Sydney Rayner, played by Dawn Reed. And Michael Dorman as Tom Griffin, which is a lawyer, brother to Adrian Griffin. Like I mentioned, this movie is full of tension, suspense, and it's got some of the best jump scenes I've seen in a movie in a long time. This movie is brutal, bloody, and it's what it's all done. It's all so very well done. Music score throughout the film made the film give it its tense. Because she's in the house most of the time with this unseen force. Of course, even though it's the visual man doing things to her constantly through the film. And the people that she loved. And how he was messing her up and stuff. Yeah, because the music score is what brings attention to the film. As much as the kills, the suspense, the jump scares, all the rest of the film. What makes this film so good. Like I mentioned before, there's no likes or dislikes. It's mostly likes. From the directing to the story to the written dialogue, no bad dialogue in sight. All the main cast all did a splendid job in what I did. The film is full of tense and suspense and really good jump scares. And also, the music score, what all makes this film as it is. So, when I give my score to The Visual Man, I have to give it a 9.5 and a 10. And it's so far my favourite movie of the year. Now, this is like a warning. I'll be going into spoilers. I'll be talking about most of what's going on with Cecilia throughout the film. So, if you've not seen this movie, turn off now and come back later on, as these will be spoilers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, on with the spoilers. Like I mentioned before, things happen to her throughout the film. And I will mention that certain things happen to her sister, Emily Cast. She received an email, which was supposed to be from her sister, with absolutely mean, stuff throughout the email, saying that she didn't want to know them more. She means nothing to her. It's absolutely made her sister, Emily, basically turn her back to her. And she doesn't want nothing to do with her anymore. But stuff said in the email was absolutely terrible. Of course, when Cecilia really needs her help, she asked to come to this restaurant, and they are talking. All of a sudden, you see her throat get cut. Yeah. Emily dies. Right there and then. And of course, Cecilia gets, a knife lands in her hand. Of course, everyone in the restaurant is all freaking out to see what's going on. Yes? She gets framed for a murder. And she puts into some type of asylum. Some correction place where people go and stuff. Now, to her boyfriend's brother, who's a lawyer. he tried to convince Adrian's dead by showing him China bloody pictures and the ashes. He gives her a great deal of sum of money, which was given her by her ex-lover Adrian. He told her that if anything goes wrong, it will be forfeit, because she ended up in that correction place. This guy's actually a real jerk. I mean, he's trying to convince her to go back to Adrian and have a baby, because she found out that Adrian is still alive in some way or form. Because he's going back to Adrian. She goes back to the house and finds out there was a suit that he made. It makes him go invisible. That's how he goes invisible. The suit is made, and some type of water he put into himself to make him go invisible. Oh man, sorry about that. And he's trying to convince her to get. He found out that she's still alive, and trying to convince to go back to another baby with him. All things will go back to normal. While she was in the place, she could visit by the visual man, Adrian. He killed a couple of guards and cops and stuff when she's trying to escape, because she found out that he's going to go after Sydney. The people she was, spending time with. She quickly goes back, and because Sydney's already started to be attacked by Adrian, and of course her father gets battery bitten up. She comes in and reveals him, because she shoots him multiple times, because he dies. When she reveals the mask, takes off the mask. This is actually quite a twist of the film. Something I would never expect. It was Tom. So either was Adrian helping him, or Tom all along, killing these people, killing her sister, killing the cops, making her life trouble, putting herself into that correction place. But he dies right there and there. And then it gets to the end of the movie that they're trying to convince him that that wasn't him. They were doing all these things. That was Tom. Because there was one other person left that had to try to get information out of. Because she returned home to talk to Adrian. He thinks has been dealing with her, and he's asking more questions that he wants him to tell the truth. Because he's saying, I am telling the truth, I'm not lying. Something happens to Adrian. She walks out, she goes to the bathroom to clean up or use it. While she's there, something kills Adrian, but it looks like a suicide. So either a weird suicide or something actually killed him. Who knows? Because you see his arm going up and fight gets to his throat, and you see him cut his throat. Bloody gruesome fashion. Because she goes back into the kitchen and she sees him there and she screams. And she calls, 911, and the cops come telling that her Adrian just committed suicide and something just happened. And the cop that was with her, James, gone to the house, and she's got a bag with her, and inside the bag is that so-called gear that either Tom or Adrian was wearing. So going back to Adrian before he killed himself, the cops go to his house and discover that he was tied up behind a wall. So they all made out to be Tom was doing everything to her. That's why she goes to the house to try to convince him that it was him actually doing it as well as Tom. Okay, that's what the spoils and my review. If you like what you see, give me a like. And if you're new to my channel, great. Join the family and subscribe to my channel. Catch you later. Bye for now.